Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome back to Inventory Management Portal. This is Ali Raza and today we are going to continue our purchase invoice with respect to PHP. In the previous lecture we have created so many tables that were utilized for purchase invoice. So let's start and have a look what we have today in our portal. Alright, first of all we have to create our PHP page that belongs to HTML5. And let's save this page inside our inventory portal, and here we're going to give its name as purchase invoice and then save this page. Let's change the title to purchase invoice and add the things that we have already. Link relation equals to style sheet, href equals to browse and styles and bootstrap min. Okay, and then we have to add jQuery here also. So script close, and here we have to specify source and browse and then scripts and then jQuery. One more thing that we have to do is we don't have to do anything else. Now let's add a div class equals to container and close this. Let's come inside and specify heading. It's h2 class equals to text center, h2 close, and the heading should be purchase invoice. Let's add a horizontal line and let's give here a little background for our purchase invoice, that is BG light. Let's select light, so it will give a gray texture, a light gray texture at the background of my heading. And then now the important part. So first of all we have to give the date, so let's specify a form tag action that is nothing right now, and method equals to post, and then come inside and close the tag. Here we have to create a division again, division close. Inside this division we have to add a class with column size 8. Let's put it 4, and it should be okay. Let's first create a raw and then we'll create the other things. So first of all I have created a raw. Now inside this raw I am going to create another div with class equals to col size 4. Okay, and then I'm going to specify here form group, so division close class equals to form dash group, and come inside and give here your label. The first label that we are going to specify here is the date, and then we have to specify input type equals to date, and class equals to form dash control. So let's pick up form control and form control small, so that it should become smaller in size, and then the name of this control will be date picker, let's say. So date picker is the name of my this date picker. Now the next thing is, let's first check this, what we get up till now. So you see a light background is there, and we have a date picker also with a little bit of the calendar view, and we can select any date and then it will be selected. Okay, so that's fine. Now the next thing is to add further controls. Why I have given the small size? Because I have so many fields here to work with. So let's add another div. So copy and paste it below, and again the size is 4. After date I'm going to specify here supplier. Now that's a trickier stuff because I have to load the suppliers within the drop down. Okay, so for that purpose, instead of this, I'll use a PHP script for loading the suppliers in the project. So let's do that. Instead of going or writing the script here, let's create a new PHP file, HTML create, and we give that file name as load supplier, because these are the things that we might use somewhere else also in the project. Okay, so why don't we create a common function for loading the suppliers? Instead of writing the code again and again, I am creating a separate page for loading the suppliers. Okay, so instead of all this, let's come here and write PHP. Let's import or include our connection first. So the file name is connection.php, but first of all I'm not going to include it globally. Let's create a function inside this script and get suppliers. Okay, that's the function. Just come here and include this connection now here. Now after this we have to write the query. So $query is equals to, and then the function name is, the procedure name was call. Now you can see, instead of creating a get supplier function, can we create a dynamic function that can be utilized for get suppliers, so get colors and other things. Okay, so we can do something like that as well, but right now just leave as it is, get suppliers. So let's go and go to the stored procedures, and here we have already created get suppliers, delete suppliers. So get suppliers should also be there. Where is that? Here it is. So get suppliers, you can see here I am getting all the things with respect to the suppliers, and this is the stored procedure. So with the help of this stored procedure, I am only going to use the supplier ID and the supplier name and leave rest of the things. So let's paste it here, get suppliers and semicolon for SQL, and then the next thing is to execute this query within a variable. So let's create a variable with the name result mysqli underscore query, and it will ask the connection. So the connection is not coming in the list, that means it does not get this file connection. Let's check what's our file name. Basically open, and the file name is connection. Yes. Okay, let's move it out and just check here whether we have connection or not. So you see we don't have connection. Let's make it global, then it will access. So let's first check. The variable name is con, so let's write here con. Now we have the connection in the list, and then we have the query. Close this, semicolon. Now let's check it out whether we have the records or not. So if mysqli underscore num underscore rows, and here we have to pass the results. If the number of rows are greater than 0, then come inside and create a while loop, and then here we can specify mysqli $raw, a new variable, is equals to mysqli underscore fetch underscore raw, and it will also ask me the result. So every time every row will be fetched out, and then what will happen, we have to store inside a select list. So let's create a select list. So select within the echo tag, select, and the name of this select will be supplier drop down, and the next thing is semicolon. Let's close the select tag here and close, and come here and write echo semicolon option value equals to single quotes option tag close, and here we have to specify the $raw of 0, that means the ID of the supplier, and then $raw of 1, that means the name of the supplier. Let us check. So you see at 0 column we have supplier ID, and then we have supplier name. So same, that's it. I don't want to fetch any other thing, and let me add one more thing here, that is option tag again. Let's copy this out, copy and paste it instead of this echo. Let's okay, now that's fine, but here inside value let me add -1, and it should be choose ... and it should be selected by default. So let's add selected attribute. So this is the way how we can get suppliers. Okay, so load suppliers. Let me check whether the suppliers are there or not. So let's call it here get suppliers. Okay, let's call and run this page whether it is giving me the suppliers or not. Okay, so nothing is coming. Alright, so you can see this page is loaded, but there are no suppliers at a time in my database. You can see select all from suppliers, but there are no suppliers. Okay, so let's quickly add suppliers from our application, and then we'll see it. So file, and then open admin DB, and from here we start our application and properly add some of the suppliers. So source code, and then preview it on Chrome. Let's try to add here Bilal and 1 2 3 4 5 login. Let's go to the suppliers. So supplier name is, let's say, Danish. Phone number is 0345-0000000, and address is North Karachi, Pakistan. Okay, so that's it, and click save. So you see I have successfully added Danish as a supplier. Let's add another supplier. Let's say Hamad, and phone number is 0333-111-1111, and the address is North Nazimabad, Karachi, and save. So now I have two suppliers. Unfortunately I haven't specified the tr tag inside the suppliers table. Okay, so I'll correct it out, no issues. I forgot to add the tr tag. I have only added td inside this. That's why these are coming in one row. Okay, so we can change that. Let's go and open the supplier. So you see the problems persists everywhere. So supplier window. Right, so this is my suppliers. These are my suppliers where I should change. I have to write, you can see I have only given TD. Okay, one thing that I just wanted to add here is the tr. So let's add tr tag and copy, and after this td we have to paste and close the tr tag. Okay, likewise we have to put it inside this one, paste the tr and the tr also here, and similarly the tr is also missing here, so tr and the table row, so row was missing. Now that's correct. Let's go back and check what's the result. So view, now you see they are coming in a good particular order. Okay, so now I have two suppliers. Let's go and check the suppliers load. Now you see I have a drop down with the suppliers coming already. Now what I can do, I will simply close this supplier crude, and this is my load supplier.php. so what I can do, just come inside your purchase invoice and open your PHP markers. Okay, and where you wanted to load your suppliers at this point. Okay, so let's cut it out and paste it here. So after this I wanted to load my suppliers. First include the connection, so include, and the file name is load supplier.php, and the next line that I am going to utilize here is get suppliers, okay, semicolon. Now the function has been called, but one more thing that I have to specify here is bootstrap. So let's close this page, because load supplier I have already added inside purchase invoice, and here inside select let's add a class equals to form dash control dash sm. Okay, and let's check whether the bootstrap is applied or not, otherwise we have to add all the bootstrap links here as well. So let's go and start this page. Okay, so it's working, the bootstrap is also there, date is there, supplier is there, but it's saying that mysqli underscore num underscore rows is showing me error. Alright, so the problem is, let me show you, because I have called this get suppliers also directly in the get suppliers file, so I have to remove this. Now that's fine, and now we have called this get suppliers here. Let's check it again. So you see now I have date and I have my suppliers perfectly coming. Now the next thing is, after adding the suppliers, we have to specify certain things like what is the product that I am going to purchase. So we have to load all the products, we have to load all the colors, we have to load all the categories, we have to load everything that we have created in the previous lecture. Alright guys, now the next turn is for categories. So we have to load the categories inside our page. For that purpose, let's copy this whole code, or we can create further functions inside this file as well. Instead of creating separate files, why don't we create this thing again, copy and paste. But now you notice you are repeating the same code. Okay, why don't you do this, that you pass parameters that will change every time, some like the procedure name and the drop down list name, and you see the rest of the things remains the same. Okay, so this is the thing that you wanted to change. Let me show you. First of all, I wanted to pass the procedure name. You can create a parameter, then you create another variable, that is control name or drop down name. Okay, so now instead of get suppliers, what I can do here, I can simply pass my procedure on runtime, and here instead of supplier drop down, I will pass here control name. So whatever the name will be, it will display. Now that becomes my global function, and instead of get suppliers, let me write here get list. Simple. Now guys, this function can be utilized for everything. Let's go back to the file and C drive, XAMPP and htdocs, and come here inside inventory portal, and then we use this supplier load suppliers. Just rename it with load list. That's fine. Now let's come here, and instead of load supplier, let's write here load list. Save. So you see now the source has been updated, the load list function is there, but instead of this, let me write here today the procedure name, that was get suppliers. Where was that? Get suppliers. Here it is. So copy and paste. So that's the name of my procedure, and round brackets also. And then the next thing that I wanted to pass is the name of my supplier drop down. So supplier drop down. That's it. So two things I have given, the name of my drop down list and the procedure name. Let's check it out whether it is working still or not. Okay, it's saying that undefined function called. Where else I have used get suppliers? Okay, that function was changed to get list. That is the problem. Just copy and paste it here. Now that's fine. Let's check it out again. So you see things are still working. Now this saves my effort. If I wanted to list my categories, so just come inside and create another and just put here category, and the thing is same, but this time instead of get suppliers, what I'll get categories. So let's come here, and do we have get categories? Yes, we have get categories, and let's copy and come here and paste. Okay, so you see in the get categories at 0 we have ID, and on 1 we have category name. Okay, so simple, I have changed the stored procedure name, and the drop down name will be category drop down. So let's check what is the result. Okay, it is saying that cannot redeclare the get list previously declared. Okay, let's just remove this include, because we have already included load list. Save, come here and refresh. Now it is saying that the parameter is not getting the thing. Okay, what I can do, I can simply write here PHP syntax, and then just remove this from here and paste it. Please include this. Okay, include the load list.php, and then call the get list function and get list here as well. Save. Now let's check what's the output. The suppliers are there, but categories are not coming. Okay, one thing that we can do here is inside this list, let's close the connection mysqli _ close, and then give your connection, that is con, so that every time the connection should be closed. Now let's go back and check whether it is working or not. No, it is not working, and instead it gives more errors. Alright guys, so this is the problem that we are facing now. So what we can do, let's come here and just first of all remove this, save this, and come here in the load list and remove this connection first. So because the connection is not going to pass for multiple times, so what I can do, I can pass this connection as a parameter. I will pass the connection on runtime and save this, and now come in the source code and let's write here a PHP script, simple $PHP, sorry, dollar, not dollar, question mark PHP, and then include connection dot PHP. That's the one thing. But instead of doing this again, what we can do, we can simply add the connection inside every PHP marker like this, and then the load list, and then the suppliers will be loaded with respect to the connection that is coming. So now that's fine. Here also let's include the connection and then pass the connection as. So every time when you open a PHP marker, you have to include the connection again, so that it can get the fresh instance of the connection. I hope it is clear to everyone. Now we have load list once included, because we wanted to use the get list function from the load list. What you can do, you can remove this load list here and paste it here. So it's included only once, okay. And now without any confusion, you see we have the include connection.php, include connection.php, and just the function is changed along with the drop down name, simple. And the connection I have passed with respect to this and with respect to this. Now save this and check whether it is working or not. So you see now the error has been removed. Now the thing is, we don't have any categories right now. So let's go back to the inventory portal or the dashboard and add categories. So file, open, and admin dashboard. So that's become my admin dashboard. Now let's add categories. So the first category I'm going to add here is shirt. So I'm going to add shirts, okay. Save, shirt added successfully. Then t-shirt, and then save. Again here the 3D is missing. I hope you can now do it by yourself. I'm not going to do it again. I'll do it in the backend, no problem, after this recording. After t-shirt, let's add pants or trousers. Okay, so whatever category of the cloth you are going to add, you can. So save. Now we have trousers, shirts, and the t-shirts. Let's come here and refresh the page, and now we'll have the categories also, okay. So things are now easier. So let's close, let's come here and add the other things. After categories, what I wanted to display the sizes, the colors, okay. So let's copy the same and paste it below. Now connection is there. Instead of categories, what I'll get sizes, but sizes should be displayed with respect to category, okay. So we have to first display the colors, and then we'll do the sizes. So let's go back and get colors. So you can see the color ID, okay, and the column name should be changed, that is color, that's not category, because these are get colors. So color ID and the color, copy this and go, modified. Now come here and just paste it, and it should become the color drop down, okay. I have changed the procedure, everything remains the same. Get list is the method. So you see how we are reusing our code. I have just written the code or function for once or only once, and I'm changing the things, and that's it. So let's go back and check what's the output. So you see the category should not be there, it should be the color. Save. Now again we don't have any colors, so let's come here in the dashboard and go back to colors. Let's add here green, similarly blue, and then okay, so I have copied and pasted all these codes in the previous lecture, that's why the TR is missing. So you do add inside these files. Okay, green, blue, red, orange, okay. So 4 colors I have added. Now let's go back to the purchase invoice, and now I have colors, okay. So that's why I have given the sizes to 444 So we can add 3 3 3 as well, so that row wise these columns can come in one single row. Okay, so let's give here 3 and 3. So I'm stopping here today because the time is almost half an hour, or it crossed half an hour, sorry. So I have to make it short, and we'll continue in the next lecture as well. Okay, so it has not 3 3 3. Okay, save and let's execute it. So you see now it becomes in one row. Now similarly in the next lecture we'll see how can we add the items that we are going to select from here, and how the items can getting updated, like pants and shirts and the quantities and all the other stuff. Okay, so that's all for today. I will see you in the next lecture. Thank you so much. Take care. Allah Hafiz.